switch my mic off?
Hello, campers. I'm Lester. No, I am not a city. That's my name. If you're enjoying the music that you're hearing, that's good because I was the one that made it. Check out my music on SoundCloud if you feel like it. Shameless plug over. Without further delay, I'm here at gunpoint to introduce this week's Benny Shakes Things Up. Without further ado, here's Benny.
Right, your mic's still off. There we go. Hey, another year's gone.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on. It's alright, ignore Mark.
Bloody hell, eh?
He's got a hangover, haven't you, Mark? And he can't
Shut the
speak.
fuck up, Benny. That's ATE. You're lucky I'm even here.
Yeah.
You're lucky I made it, to be honest.
Yeah, I am lucky you've made it. I mean, I was good. I left my Zoom party about 12:30, and they all was partying on, and
I know, that's early.
too tired. I know. I went to bed, so I'm a boring old fart. So this is fantastic.
It's all right. I don't know how many more years I could probably be doing this for, to be honest. Probably next year I'll be going to bed at 12:30.
Yeah.
Like, I'm making the most of my weeks, what's left of it.
Yes, that's true. Are you on the wagon now or not?
Oh yes. I'm not going to be drinking.
No.
I'm back at work on Monday as well. Back in the school. The other school in my borough is shut, apart from.
Yes, well, we won't go there, will we?
Yeah, go look forward to that.
Oh,
no, because that would just make me angry. And angry Mark is not what you want on a Friday night.
Hello. Sorry, the glamorous was a bit late.
It's fine. Mark keeps
Kate.
No.
Hello, boys.
Fine.
It's all right. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah.
Keep talking, Mark. Whatever it was you were saying, keep going. Oh, he keeps glitching. Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I'm glitching. I'm going to be buying a new computer this month just because this one's so bad.
Yeah. It's all right.
I need to buy one because if we're going to be doing these sorts of things, it's not going to No one's watching, not at the moment anyway.
No. But it's fine. I just thought it was about...
I mean, it was quite ambitious.
Yeah.
It was quite ambitious of her.
I do want, hey, we can play a game tonight. We can finish Mark's sentences.
Yes, let's play that.
Yeah. Because he keeps breaking up.
Right. You're going to wind me up all night. Easy.
Yeah.
I know, my connection's really bad. I really don't know what's going. Can I buy my mobile?
Yes. Come back and join us in a minute.
Come back, join us, but, remind us when the next Laugh Able is.
Yes. My name's Mark, and I will be back in a bit.
And by the time I get a speech out tonight, it will have started. It's the 15th of January, so I'm going to get myself a new computer before then because this can't be happening on the 15th of January.
I mean, it would be funny. It would be like the time that your mic didn't work.
Yes.
But anyway, sorry, Mark.
Oh my God, I think Carl Wallace was having a proper hit.
Where are you?
It was hilarious because, Mosey Jones was headlining that and it was just like
nice.
great. Like this is probably the biggest online gig I've done. It was good fun actually that night.
In fairness, it was
one of the
a
highlights of the year, definitely.
It was definitely a killer. It was a killer gig, man. So don't be like, sorry. Hello, everyone. By the way, hello. Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, and we are all.
Anyone that's watching, Happy New Year. Anyone that's not currently nursing, or if you are,
I literally
yeah. Okay, Mark. Go.
You know what? I'm gonna go because I think this is really bad. Like,
get your computer, phone. Are you going or am I?
Yeah, I'll get on my phone. So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was like, as Mark learned to speak robot in the last.
Hang on,
oh, he's back.
He's back. He's gone. He's
back.
He's back.
This is the new game. Where is Mark?
Oh no! Right, he's gone. He's gone. Oh,
hello.
Good job, no one's watching.
Well, this might be the one that you promote.
Yeah.
You post.
I thought of getting us on here to promote what's happening this year with Benny Shakes Things Up.
Yes.
And see what you guys want to happen with this as well. So if anyone wants to comment and tell us what they want to see us do,
what they want, maybe a little bit of what. Sorry, I'm just gonna. What they want, maybe what they don't want. Maybe they don't want any more stupid biscuit chat. But they're not gonna get that. So
that's true. We've got another game we can play with everyone. Try and get Benny to say big words.
Ooh.
And if I can't say it, they get a point.
Okay. Have they tried supercalifragilisticexpialidocious yet?
Yes, Mark.
You don't get one. Yeah, you should add that into the rules of you can't pick a word someone has already picked.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will just be the same thing everywhere, and that's not fair.
I think I'm gonna make a chart in that. I think that'd be good.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. So, but we have got people from America who want to come and be on the podcast, so that'd be good.
Benny shakes things up worldwide. Nice.
Yes, why not? Why not?
Although wasn't Juliana, who we had on as a guest, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Not UK based.
No, she was from. Yeah.
Testing you now.
Got now.
Anyway, moving on. Juliana, who was a lovely guest.
Yeah, and we had Tanya Lee Davis. She was from where Disney World is, I think.
Florida?
Yeah, Florida. That's it.
Hey.
Yeah. And we had Elizabeth Fanta Black. She was from, I forgot that one as well. But so.
Benny in names, Benny in places.
He's on his phone, and guess what?
What?
I'm the only one with control.
Oh, great. What have I let myself in for, eh?
No, you can't kick me out this time.
Bollocks. Damn it. I was banking on that.
Oh, well. Never mind. We was just saying we've had quite a few people around the world, and hopefully this year we're going to get some more people from around the world as well.
Around the world, nice and big.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. That'd be really good.
It will. Go on.
No, so maybe we'll get some flat earthers. Like flat earthers, they have a genuine tagline. So we've got people around the globe, which I think's hilarious. That's their tagline, the flat earthers. So,
I mean, they just write their own jokes, really.
Yeah.
They do. You don't even need to write it for them. That was literally, it's on one of their websites. You can find it. So, yeah. Bit of random knowledge.
Surely all across the world is equal. It would be more on point for them.
It would, but they put around the globe is their tagline, which I just find.
Yeah, I can't take someone seriously who within their own website mocks their own theory.
Yeah, they mocks their own theory within their own statement. Like,
yeah,
doesn't really
there
work,
are other words.
But yeah, I think 2020 has been the year for conspiracy theories. I think it's really sort of taken off.
Yeah.
Especially with vaccines as well. That's really come back.
Yeah. I was going to say that's like putting everything back. They're like, oh, we haven't done vaccines are bad in a while. Nope, let's go all the way back.
Yeah, they have a list, don't they? Right, we haven't done vaccines, we ain't done this, we haven't done flat Earth. What else haven't we done this year? 5G. Oh, that's a new one. 5G.
Oh yeah, no 4G now, isn't it? Or 5G?
5G is problematic because, of course, that's where the COVID came from. It came from.
COVID came from 5G.
5G.
Absolutely.
And then you have people on the news going, well, there's no proof that it doesn't. I was like, because there is no proof that because there is no link.
Yeah, exactly.
Not because there's no need to research it.
Yeah.
I know, it's really, really bizarre. Like it's like like my only sort of bit of research into it. Like my other half has a 5G phone, and I recently had a COVID test which came back negative. So I think that just like proves it all wrong. Like whatever they think, actually people have 5G phones and they don't have COVID. So I mean, you can't really you try and argue beyond that point. It's like, what are you saying that we're secret agents now? That's another thing. Government agents are hiding this. Like, is that what you're saying? Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but that's it.
No, I'm with you. And the government are using the vaccine to track and to trace stuff. I'm like,
microchips,
you've written that on Facebook. Do you not think that there's you're on a spreadsheet anyway, guys?
Yeah, exactly. And particularly you.
The latest one I've got is this COVID is just a con. It's just a common flu. It's just so the government can get rich. And I'm like, how are they getting rich? I mean, we're going to be bankrupt by the middle of the summer if we're not careful. So...
But yeah, it's like if they were going to get rich off anything, it certainly wouldn't be this. Like, how is COVID profitable? Like, really, they're having to give money to people because they can't of their everyday life, just surviving. Like, how is it anyway making the government money making up this disease? Like, what good does it do? Like, Boris Johnson had COVID, so like if the government really were making this up, then I don't know. Either Boris Johnson just looked really awful that day, or he had COVID.
Or they pretended he had COVID because, of course, that needs the level of, we need to pretend like it's a thing, so we need to pretend. By the way, I'd just like to preface that sentence by saying that is not true. I do not believe that to be true.
By the way,
everybody's going, oh.
If you've just, okay, I won't say it by the way because we lost 2 people then. But by the way, if you're watching, we're on a rant about
conspiracies.
Theories. Yes, we're doing conspiracy rant.
Yeah.
This isn't the Truther podcast.
Yeah.
The Truther. Yeah, this is what's it called? InfoWars. You know, this is the British version of InfoWars. But like, if you are a conspiracy theorist, please get in touch. I really need to be entertained today.
Come on the show.
Brilliant. I'd love to chat to conspiracy theorists. I really would.
I will type in my email address.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you know what? I want to know what drugs that they're taking and where they get them from, because they're on some really good shit at the moment. So, like, obviously, that's what I'd ask them if I ever met one. But yeah, how was your New Year's Eve yesterday, Kate?
How was my New Year's Eve? It was spent the way I actually always spend my New Year's Eve. I always spend my New Year's Eve in. I don't go out. I don't know why. But I stay in and I watch Jules Holland's annual Hootenanny, and I say the word Hootenanny way too often because Hootenanny. If you're not familiar with Jules Holland's Hootenanny, that will be completely lost on you. But the show is called Hootenanny, and throughout the show, he shouts the word Hootenanny for no apparent reason other than to shout Hootenanny. I don't know what that's about, but it gets very contagious after a while.
So there was actually a bit like COVID, but like, did they actually have a live show? Because
it's never live anyway. It's always pre-record anywho. But they had a few people in, and then I think they had Tom Jones and some other people in as well. But then they would occasionally cut to previous year's performances.
Right.
And they didn't have an audience or anything.
Was that on channel 1 or 2?
2, yeah.
Yeah, I missed it this year.
I'm not a massive fan of it. It's just what's always on in my house. So.
It's sort of a tradition, I guess.
So you sort of sit there and go, "Are we going to watch the Hootenanny this year?" Yes, let's. Why not?
Yeah, I spent it on Zoom. With the disabled comedians and the Scrambles group I'm part of, with a photography group. So I combined both of them together, not realizing we are a bit loud.
No, you're not loud, Betty.
So everyone was jumping in and out all night long.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, we gave them entertainment for 4 hours.
Oh, I'm glad.
But I finally decided, Mark, I might do my own comedy night on Zoom.
Ooh. Oh, fantastic.
So you do yours one Friday, and then maybe I do one on the following Saturday night. I don't know, maybe.
I think that would really work. Yeah, I think definitely there needs to be more nights like Laugh Fable. I know you were talking about setting one up where you are anyway before the whole lockdown happened.
Yeah, well,
that's my first contact to me actually last year but that all went to shit. But no, definitely set it up because we're going to be in this for a while, and and I think you need to make the best of it. Any sort of comedian who says who is above online gigs, I think you'll shoot yourself in the foot. Yeah. But because actually, when it all does come back to normal, the comedians that haven't been online are going to be really lucky. But it definitely set up your own night, and I can put you in contact with loads of people. that would be up for a headline, and you could get Rosie Jones on your night probably.
The charity night or something. I don't know. Well, now I'm paying for Zoom. We might as well use it. So,
no, absolutely.
no.
I would definitely consider it, Danny. Absolutely, and you get a lot of support from people like Carl Wallace, for instance. Like he really, he's Carl Wallace supports Laugh Able, like the G&B comedy night. Definitely check it out because they're very supportive of other.
Carl Wallace. Yeah. Actually, Carl wants to come on the show. So we need to know when we want him on. I reckon we get him on as soon as we can, because knowing how, like, if we wait another week or so, he'll be booked up to do magic shows online. And so, yeah, Kate, are you free next Friday?
What day is it? Oh, what day is Friday? What day? What day is Friday? Friday the 8th. I think so. Is the answer?
I
wouldn't know. I haven't got my diary in front of me.
I don't want to ask him until I know he's free, and then we will get Carl on, who will be our first non-disabled person on the podcast. So
they exist. Non-disabled people exist. I thought they were a myth.
They do exist. They do.
No.
They do.
Because over lockdown, I've just been talking to so many disabled people. I thought we were the only people alive at the moment.
Yes, good point. Well, everyone's feeling, well, we're locked in our houses nearly every week without COVID. So,
yeah, that's true.
Welcome to our world, people.
Exactly. How does it feel? You know?
How's it disabled?
That's what this pandemic has really taught people, actually, is how to
be disabled.
How to be disabled, yeah.
Yeah, but do you think people will listen when we get out? When we get out and about?
It depends how much we kind of. It depends. I don't know, because I don't know how much society will have changed. How long are we going to be nervous about, like, getting close to people even when everything's open? I don't know. Are we going to be nervous about that for some time? How long is it before people stop wearing face masks? Because I reckon that even if it's like stops being law, you have to wear face masks, there are going to be a large group of people who will continue to wear it.
Yeah, well, one of my friends read an article this week. Are we still in this week? Yeah, this week.
Just about.
It's going to take the government 10 years to vaccinate everyone.
That can't be right.
No,
surely.
It can't be right. But
that's a long time.
It is. But where are we on the waiting list? Where are disabled people on the waiting list?
I think it depends on what your disability is, to be quite honest.
Yeah. I mean, because I'll be way down the list. But I imagine you two might be.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I've got the autism. I don't need any more vaccines. So I think I'm joking. For conspiracy theories, please don't take this seriously. I'm not.
I mean, we need to stop.
Our friend is on. You're right.
You're right.
We are going to get Jamie on as well at some point with him.
Yeah, that'd be exciting.
Yeah.
Be really exciting.
If we could get him on just for a trial, just to see if he could share his screen so we can watch him type, I think that would be perfect.
It'd be brilliant. Like I remember him doing that on the Zoom chat. It was really good. It was really good. It was really good fun. And actually, it's a real insight into how those devices work. Because a lot of the kids I work with at school use those devices that he uses.
Yeah.
And it's a brilliant way to communicate if you struggle with that. And it's just hilarious. Some of the stuff, like the vocabulary he's already got on there, is quite something.
Jamie's partner has said, I think it was 10 years.
To kill everyone, not vaccinate them. Wow. Interesting theory.
Ladies and gentlemen, optimism for 2021. Hey!
Yeah.
That's the optimism we need, We're coming through the new year. By the next decade, everyone will be dead. That's something to really hope for.
It's fine. It's fine. Just make the most of it, like we have.
Yeah. I mean, there's you said you so like, will the government sort of listen to disabled people, or even once it's all, or will society, like that? They're actually not listening to like special needs schools because every other school is going to be closed.
Yeah.
And we're going to be open. So I won't go on the rant because I've already done that over social media. I've got angry about that. They don't listen. They don't listen to us anyway. So and like not one journalist asked Boris Johnson about special needs schools, and I think that was really wrong. So actually, to look here as well.
The thing is, Mark, in my eyes, they just don't care about us. There's not enough of us saying we won't stand for it. My friend said to me, you used to see people blocking streets with wheelchairs, blind people, blah, blah, blah. But nowadays, there's none of that. We need to get back and get together and go, we will not be silenced anymore.
I think it's really important, and this is why sort of podcasts like this are really important, because I think it is about getting that voice out there, getting our voices out there in particular, and actually to hear from a different perspective. Because I think, Kate, you said earlier, like, it does depend on your disability about how this whole thing affects you. Yeah. It really does. So I think that we need a variety of voices out there as possible. And I think the biggest problem is that, society doesn't listen. And even the people we expect to hold the government to account aren't even doing that at the moment. So I think that's a big problem. But that's my anti-government rant over for the day.
I nearly got on my high horse when
Benny, you get on horses.
When he said that the East Midlands was going into Tier 4, and I'm like, well, it's everyone else's fault. I know loads of people over Christmas didn't listen to the rules, went to their I'm going to swear, fucking family and friends, and there was some of us who sacrificed seeing friends and family who have got mental health and disabilities.
Yeah.
Now they can't see their families till what? March, August? So thank you everyone for spreading it. Stay the fuck at home.
Yeah. Well, no, it's ridiculous. Last night, it was a picture in London of loads of people outside this hospital, drunk, and they're going, "Oh, COVID is a hoax. COVID is a hoax." And this doctor was just, this doctor tweeted about it, and he was just like, "Are people so blind to what's going on? Like, there is like, if there's any evidence of a pandemic, just walk in that fucking hospital." And but that's another thing that's been really pissing me off. There's been these false news stories about people going in. There's people going into hospitals to go, "Look, they're empty. COVID's not a thing." Well, that's because you're going into like Costa and WH Smith within those hospitals. Of course, there's going to be. What do you want? Someone operating?
Yeah, they're going into. Sorry, Mark. They're going into areas that have had to essentially shut down a bit because of COVID-19. Of course, Of course, no one's having operations because they're only doing emergency operations because they can't do any
because
more.
Of COVID. Because of COVID. Yeah, but that is just.
Of course, there are going to be bits that are quieter because they're not the bits with a ventilator.
No.
They're not the bits with operating tables. They're not the bits with surgeries. They're the bits that they're for the public that they need to close off. Yeah. But yeah,
what pissed me off, I don't know if you saw it in the September or October, this nurse who works for the NHS down south was in a town shouting, "The hospitals are empty, we've got loads of room," and I'm like, why are you doing this?
That's ridiculous. It's like, to take a completely non-medical idea, it's like saying, "Oh, theme parks aren't very popular because there's no one here." Yes, the theme parks are shut. So of course no one's going to them if they're shut. Gee, it's like, oh.
Yeah, I know. It's so stupid. It really is. But I think the thing is, it's been so hard for people to get used to a new way of life. It's like they don't want to admit there's a problem. But the problem is, the irony is, the longer you don't admit there's a problem, the longer the problem's going to go on for.
Yeah, sorry, Mark, it's a grief cycle, or grief curve rather, because grief is a cycle, it's a curve. So the first stage in grief is is sort of admitting I'm getting this really wrong, but admitting something, fear. And everyone's going through this grief cycle, and like people putting out fake news stories and things that aren't helping. You're not helping people get through the grief cycle. Yeah. It's really hard to get through this pandemic, and everybody knows it's really hard. Yeah. And just don't get, where is you getting your information from? Sorry, I went off on a random tangent. Actually
well, yeah. If anyone else has Anyone else have any comments on this? Like, please feel free to chip in. We will read everything out.
Yeah, Jamie and Emma, if you want to comment more, please do. Yeah. So, because maybe, I don't know. So this is why I've opened the podcast to people who are disabled with a story they want to tell. It could be that they're an artist, or they've achieved something in their life and they want other disabled people to know about it. I do know there's a cerebral palsy nurse. I don't know his real name, but I'm on the cerebral palsy adult forum. And
sorry, that just made my mind go. Just the idea of a cerebral palsy adult forum just made me go somewhere else with the word adult. Not as in like grown up. I was like, oh, this was anyway. Sorry to bring the tone down.
I find that really good. Oh, hang on. Emma is speaking to us. Can someone read that?
There are 20,000 COVID patients in hospital in England. That is a lot. That is
a lot. But those hospitals are empty. Kate, what are you talking about? Those hospitals are all empty.
They're not empty.
Yeah, I know. It's a fucking lot, yeah. Couldn't be about myself. It's just a fucking lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm back at work next week, but I work in a field, so I'm not around people as such. But even that, I'm thinking I've got another 2 weeks holiday. Shall I just get a bit fatter for 2 more weeks? And I don't know what to do for the best. Emma's commented.
But some hospitals are in fact empty.
Okay, so yeah, some hospitals are empty, but they're not empty. They're empty because COVID has emptied them.
Jamie's got one.
Not the other way around.
I know disabled guys. He said this is bollocks about the virus. Oh wow! So you know, a disabled person who thinks this virus isn't happening. That's really interesting.
I do know a disabled person who thinks it's bollocks as well.
I would love to. Do you know what? Do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to get people who don't believe COVID is a thing on, and a COVID survivor on, and have them just go at each other, like just to see what. Just because I think people need to be aware of what COVID can actually do to you.
Well, let's get the podcast up and running again.
I think this is the perfect forum to do it. Or we could just do an adult cerebral palsy show that Kate's obviously been thinking about.
It's yeah.
Kate, what do you do with those Pringles tubes? I really want to.
What do I do with those Pringles tubes? Those Pringles tubes live under the spare bed, and they live under the spare bed. And my biggest fear was that actually someone would come home for Christmas. They didn't come home for Christmas because not allowed. But my biggest fear was that they were going to come home for Christmas and pull out the drawer that has all the Pringles tubes in it and go, what is this?
What the fuck is going on?
Pringles tubes.
Why have you kept them for the joke?
Oh, I just kept them for the I kept them for the joke. I kept one, and then I realised it would be funnier if I had more than one. So I just kept building them and building them. Right. I actually moved house and took some Pringles tubes with me.
Oh, right.
So empty Pringles tubes I brought with me.
So Kate's a holder of Pringles.
Yeah.
This guy Jamie is talking about has cerebral palsy, is a communication device user, and in Dubai right now partying. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, well, shame on you.
Oh, yeah, that's all right for some, isn't it? Partying in Dubai.
Just make disabled people a bad name, why don't you? We've already got a bad name.
Bad rep, it's true.
Well, we have people still, when they hear me talk, you can see them rushing their kids off like, don't stare, do stare, ask me questions, I don't care.
And that's the biggest thing. But it's like, whenever I hear autism... He's on holiday now. Right. But whenever I hear autism reported in the media, it's always a negative thing. It's always like, oh, this adult man with autism stayed at home and hacked into the CIA, and now the American government wants to extradite him and imprison him. But anytime I hear that, it's just that's the only time autism appears to be sort of reported is when there's a computer hacker. Like, you know, I'm shit at doing all of that. So, but it's just like it just feeds into this negative stereotype.
Once you pop,
you can't stop. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Once you pop Pringles, you can't stop them, and it is actually quite dangerous because I started eating them for the joke, and then I sort of realised I got quite addicted to them.
Yeah.
So I had to sort of stop.
But you're right, Mom. Disabled people do give us a bad name because I know some disabled people who will just sit on benefits and not volunteer and not do anything.
Just to point out, sometimes the volunteering can be quite difficult to do, so we don't judge you if you do. If you don't.
Yeah,
this is not a
also,
judgment of anyone who has a gender.
No, I'm just saying those people who could get a job.
If you could.
Yeah.
Then but it's like I think the problem is.
I knew you weren't saying that, Benny, but I was just for clarity's sake of posterity of the internet.
Because the internet is a cesspit of evilness, so we don't want you to get attacked for thinking you say one thing or the other. But I think the problem is that I think this is, again, I'll go back to the media because they play such an important role in this, and they focus on people like that and go, all disabled people are benefit scroungers. Yeah, so there are disabled people that take the piss, but it's so little that you don't need to. You can't make those sweeping generalizations. And the problem is the media takes that and explodes it just unnecessarily.
But then you also get the media going, oh, you don't like being called benefit scroungers, but on the other hand, you don't like being called inspiration and all that kind of stuff. So we've got to be one or the other. You don't have to be one or the other.
No.
You can just be a normal person.
Disabled people, as with non-disabled people, have a wide variety of people of people involved.
I am on benefits, not for choice, but also I work 1 day a week because I get paid for that with my benefits. If I could find a full-time job, it probably would kill me, but I would do that job because I want
to work. But if comedy became a full-time thing for you, that's another thing.
It was becoming full-time.
And then the pandemic.
Yeah, but hopefully we're going to try and get some funding, not guaranteed, but if we get funding, that will pay for me to do this as a part-time job. So
that'd be brilliant.
I
think again, this is why this podcast and everything, setting up your own things, setting up, say, your own night. And actually, the one really positive thing about 2020 is how creative people have become. And I've especially noticed, so many other sort of comedians doing podcasts, doing their own nights, doing online sketches, doing all sorts. And I think that's the thing. We're just going to have to sort of be. It brings out the very best in people. I know it sounds very kind of wanky and twee to say that, but it's true. It's with the one positive of 2020, people have actually become more creative with what they're doing.
Yeah. Look what we've got in the pipeline. That's going to be good little sketches and
exactly.
My Google silly questions. So
But the thing we did with Emma, we put it on YouTube. We were just mucking about with Google and Alexa, and then we were getting you to pronounce. This is the brilliant game, Kate. Getting Benny to pronounce.
Benny to say silly words. Benny to say words and
very long words. Yeah.
Yes, I like the fact that also you can't get a point if you give a word that somebody else has already suggested.
Yeah,
So otherwise you just get say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious every single time.
Every single time. Yeah.
It's like,
I finished that one off, but that was the first word I thought of. I thought, no, I'll build up to it and let Benny think he's winning, and then all of a sudden throw in that word. But yeah, it was really good fun. But stuff like that, that's been really good fun doing stuff like that. Like I noticed, I don't know about you two, but I noticed actually since the lockdown, I've written more rather than whereas before I was giggling so much. I didn't write as much. It was I don't know what you do.
I haven't written nothing because I find it hard to write.
Yeah, but writing doesn't mean physically writing it down. Writing can mean like coming up with new things.
Oh right.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like coming up with new. I don't know. Like Kate, have you found that? You've actually done more?
I sort of came to the conclusion quite early on that I couldn't, even if it had only lasted 6 months. The innocence was like you couldn't. I genuinely was like, I can't come out of this and go back and do the exact same routine. Like just in my head, I was like, I can't do that because as much as that's, you know, I'm not saying my material has to be COVID related or anything like that, but it's just I think just I just came to the conclusion if I came out with the exact same thing, I mean, it can be variants on the same theme and on the same topic. That's absolutely fine. But if you come out and do the exact same set that you were going to do 6 months previous, I don't know why. I was just like, I just feel that would have wasted time.
Yeah.
More than anything.
No. But that's why the support group I think we've got set up is really good because we can talk about ideas with each other and just try them out and things like that. But I invented a character in my in the lockdown, the little puppet thing. You know, I created that just on a whim, just because I thought I had a lot of free time on my hands. I really did. So, and what I did with those hands was make a little puppet. So, say what you want about me, but yeah, but it's because you do have time on your hands and you do have time to think and process. It was actually quite a welcome break in a way because I was gigging a lot before lockdown, and it was almost there was a period where I was worried about burning out, but then I'm not saying it was automatically good what happened, the lockdown, but
I think everyone has the right to process it differently. And actually, if it was the moment that you needed a break, then it's the moment that you needed a break. If you needed this year as a break, that's great. But it's that thing of I just felt that I couldn't do that.
No. So Jamie said, I'm a volunteer at Barnsley Hospital Assistive Technology Department. I couldn't do a full-time job, but I would love to.
Yeah.
There you go, stupid up point from earlier.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just really can't. You really can't do that because of accessibility issues. Like if society was more accessible, you could.
Yeah. I mean, I have come up with different wordings, but not really made a new set.
But then again, Benny, haven't you done your first 15 minutes in the last? So you had to have done something else.
Yeah, that was all new. That was all new in lockdown. So
Well, exactly. So there you go, Benny. Like you don't have to write a completely new set. I mean, I've still got the same jokes I used before, but I've just added to it.
Yeah.
Like I did my first 20-minute set online at a mental health gig, and that was literally bringing all the stuff I'd written together. And I actually found myself going over, and I thought, wow, in those 3 years I have doing stand up, I have actually found myself I've written more than I thought I did. So it sort of surprised me, but sort of in a good way. And anytime I have ideas, I write them down now. But I was doing that before, but yeah, I don't know. So that's the point. But I get 2024. I still miss the actual being on stage. Like, remember this when G&B was open and being on stage and Arts One. That was just, it felt so incredible.
I mean, I look back at the video. Back at the video that one of my friends took with me doing it, and you can just tell the joy in my face is just, yes, I'm back, I'm here, I'm still here.
There are people like, I'd like the September. But the September gig we did, like when it first opened again, like that. Cole said that was the best he'd seen me perform, and I'd not performed for months. And
Cole really wants me to perform
Billy, you would be brilliant. You would go down.
Well, we've got 10 minutes, so before we go, I just want to say, look what we've achieved. All 20 of us now in this disabled group. We've achieved quite a lot from March to now. We've come closer together as a community, haven't we?
Definitely.
And
definitely. It's like we've not seen each other as much in person, but
or at all.
Or at all. Like,
I've never met Benny in person.
I've never met Kate. No.
And I met you once in person, Benny. And that's it. That was when you did the first sort of Laugh Able. But when you talked to me in March, when you sort of called me up in March, I did not think the group would be as successful as it was, because it created that space. And also, I didn't expect other sort of comedy nights and promoters to support and help us in the way that it did.
Exactly.
And that's been such a, and I never expected to, I know I go back to this, but to get Rosie Jones.
I know. All right.
I don't know, but it's like, I think that was down to you, Benny, starting this off.
That was good. Yeah.
But that was down to you starting this off, and it shows what can happen when we can all come together. And I think that's been really positive. About 2020 has been, it's been a shit show. Like, it really has. It's been a massive pile of turd that's just got bigger and bigger. And no matter how many times you try to clean it, like double the amount of turd comes on top. It's just ongoing. And I don't know how else I can, like, I'm a terrible analogy. I think the analogy I said the other day was, 2020 is like that main course you go to a fancy diner at, but you've actually looked twice at the roadkill you drove past because that looks more appetizing. But that's what 2020 is. It's just like, but there have been some positives.
There is. And we've got to think positive that we are going to get out of this shit.
That maybe it's the maybe like, because 2020 sort of went like that. What we have to hope is that 2021's going to go like that. It's going to get
better.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Benny.
Hopefully, because then we can all meet again and have one big party when you're vaccinated. You're vaccinated. Because does
that include me, Benny? Yeah.
Yeah, because I reckon.
I'm definitely getting it.
The old age pensioners will be having parties before we are.
Oh, they're going to be getting absolutely wrecked.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, this is great. I have.
Oh, yeah.
You've taken me in.
Yeah.
Jamie, it's been that. I haven't met you guys, but you've taken me in. And that goes for anyone that wants to join our nice little group. Yeah. Apart from conspiracy theories who deny the COVID exists.
I mean, you get a special night all to yourself where we talk to you and after that we leave you alone.
Yeah, we have a special night dedicated to you where we take you apart bit by bit. You're going to wish you had COVID after we deal with you.
You can email us on Benny. I forgot the Y, you idiot.
Ben Shakes. BENNY. Shakes. CP@gmail.com.
Oh, you imbecile. But yeah. So yeah, if you want to get in contact and you want to be a part of the group, then get in contact, but put a Y after Benny. Yeah. So
Otherwise, it's Ben with a double E, with a double N, like Mr. Ben.
oh,
Do you know, I'd be really interested if anyone sent it to that email, but it was a valid email and it was someone that was really like, or it was that Benny Shakes company that you said they started you.
can I just say?
And just see Wembley in a pack full of over 70s. Yes, watching like something that the over 70s have watched.
Tom Jones.
Tom
Jones. Yes, let's go with Tom Jones. Tom Jones has had his vaccine. That was something they said last
There you
night.
go.
Oh, cool.
Because he was on Jules Holland, and he was like, "And you're here?" He's like, "Yes, I've been vaccinated, so I'm here." It's like, "Oh, get you."
There you go.
So if Tom Jones can do it, come on.
Exactly. Well,
it's not unusual.
Hey!
It's not unusual to be. No,
don't get a copyright strike.
Don't sing.
No one was singing.
I've got Benny started now.
I really do. On that note,
we're going to go have a karaoke party.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And you're going to use your Pringle tubes, aren't you? As Mike?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We will see everyone hopefully next Friday at 8 o'clock with a guest and not Mark. So yeah. But Mark will be joining us now and again. Like
every now and again, when you can fit me into your busy schedule, Benny. That's absolutely fine.
When I need him.
You just use me and abuse me and just shake me off in the way
and
you
I'm
need
going to cut him off. See you later. Thanks for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid that's all we have time for tonight from Benny and the gang. Please remember to subscribe and click on the bell for more notifications on the next instalment of Benny Shakes Things Up. If you want to support the podcast or you like the jingle from Leicester in Nottingham, please click on the links below. Adios, amigos.